on Friday, we have a Bitcoin's $715 million options expiry taking place. Mark Yusko is also speaking about some crazy stuff in the Bitcoin chart, and that is going to absolutely blow your mind out the water. So make sure to stay tuned for the entire video, guys. Thanks for being here on the channel. I really appreciate every single last one of you. Let's go and kick off with the cryptocurrency market cap today. $1.247 trillion. Bitcoin is now literally sub 30K by $12. So that's very, very interesting. Ethereum is at 1907, XRP at 78 cents, and is now pretty much 4 billion in market cap ahead of BNB. BNB is at 241. Cardano is at 31 cents. Solana at 26.11. Dogecoin is 6.8 cents. Polygon 74 cents. Litecoin is 92.87 and Polkadot is $5.20. Avalanche is 13.95. Very, very interesting stuff happening out there in the market. The crypto fear and greed index got smacked down in the past couple hours, right to the 50 point, which is directly in the neutral space. So that is very interesting to see from yesterday's 56. That's quite a drop in the fear and greed index. Today in the Bitcoin bubble, in the crypto bubbles against Bitcoin, you can see we have Casper, XRP, XLM, Bitcoin Cash, BSV, BitDAO, Bybit token, Maker, MNT. I don't even know what this MNT is, but there are a few coins that are in the top 100 that are winning against Bitcoin today, which is amazing, guys. And as you saw yesterday in my video, I showed you the XRP chart that there would be a bullish breakout. And if you actually came to see the bullish breakout, then you would have got into that trade. So hopefully you guys did, because I was actually showing this to you on the 4-hourly time frame. And there we are right now on the 4-hourly time frame. We have broken out the strong buy volume on the XRP chart. Okay, so Robert F. Kennedy Jr. vows to back the US dollar with Bitcoin if elected as the president. So backing US dollars, backing dollars and US debt obligations with hard assets could help restore strength back to the dollar, rein in inflation, and usher in a new era of financial stability, peace, and prosperity. According to Robert F. K. Jr., I don't know if it'll do it. Do you guys believe Bitcoin could do that? Let me know down in the comments below. I'd love to hear what my community thinks. So the Bitcoin price fell below the 29.5K, but on-chain data reflects investors' growing interest. Now, I showed you guys on this video yesterday that there was an emergency that Bitcoin was crashing, and it was falling below the 30K level. And I showed you guys that in the chart now. So we're going to go and have a look at a little bit of the information around this fall and what is actually going on. So the first chart that we're going to have a look at is the Bitcoin accumulation trend score. Basically, you can see here the trend score is a 1 if it's in the purple, and a 0 if it's in the orange/yellow zone. Okay, so you can see in the orange/yellow zone, there's not much accumulation. This is more retail buy. And then this is all accumulation by people, institutions and investors. Okay, so you can see right now, since basically I would say the beginning of July, we have been in an absolute accumulation trend. There was a bit of a sell-off through this period here, which is what we got when we actually had the downward sloping wedge. That was this pattern here, and that is all of that there. So there was accumulation taking place because people thought Bitcoin was going to explode above the 30K level. Now, if we can get above the 32K level, then the next target would be 35K at the CME gap that, let's go show you, that the Lunar Crash CME gap was at. So that's the 35.1K level right here. That would be the next target for Bitcoin. And then the next target above that would be about the 37K Bitcoin, which is strong resistance above there. And I've been talking about 37.5 to a 40K Bitcoin for some time now. So 37.5 to 38K Bitcoin. So guys, hopefully you guys are watching my videos, getting into this beautiful chart pattern, because right now you can see my indicator is just still ranging in between these zones. This is the median range where there's now resistance. So we're under resistance, which means that the likelihood of us going down is more probable than the likelihood of us going up right now at this point. But we're in an accumulation phase, so every time it hits the 30,000 or the 29,000 or the 28,000, people are going to scoop it back up, which means that there will be buying power coming back into the chart. Now, this is a Glassnode chart, so let's go and have a look a little bit closer into the chart. So Bitcoin total supply held by long-term holders. So you can see that we literally, long-term holders supply is 14.5 million. I showed you this on a video of mine not so long ago. So right now we are literally in accumulation mode, but the price is all the way down here. So accumulation is almost, in fact, it is pretty much at its all-time high, accumulation, okay, for long-term holders. But we have now not seen the price really move according to that. Okay, so now according to Mark Yusko, Bitcoin rally will lead to a speculative blow-off top in 2024, Mark Yusko predicts. So BlackRock's application for a spot Bitcoin ETF has kicked off the next bull run, which will culminate in 2024 with a speculative parabolic run, according to Morgan Creek Capital's Mark Yusko. So what he goes on to say here is, I think it's a done deal. It's been a done deal for years. They've just been waiting for the right time, he said, commenting on the application. Okay, so make sure to stay tuned to the channel, because I will go and show you that video on another video of mine. So make sure to stay tuned right there, and we'll see what he says. Okay, guys, Bitcoin holds the 30K as bulls flaunt their advantage for Friday's 715 Bitcoin options expiry. So, you know, Bitcoin is just busy doing some squats at the moment. But here, as you can see, BlackRock United States Security Commission Form S1 registration statement under the Securities Act of 1933, which is about 100 years old already. So it's time that they update these things. iShares or Bitcoin Trust, sponsored by iShares Delaware Trust, sponsor LLC, exact name of registrant as specific in its charter. So that would be incredible to see what happens there going forward. Some other cool news in the market is Meta and Microsoft launch OpenAI model Llama 2. So Llama 2 is trained on 40% more public data and can process twice as much context as Llama 1, according to Meta. Now, guys, one of the scariest things that I'm witnessing with this particular thing is that they now have access to 40% more public data. And if your information is on in the public domain, then they have access to that. And that's what Meta does and Microsoft does, is they take information and they use the information to market products against you. And then they make all of the money, they market to you, and you get fuck all from it. Okay, so this is the thing about blockchain, is that blockchain is now allowing you to hide your data, sell your data, or let somebody else use your data, and you will get paid for it. So that is incredible, guys. Yeah, so basically what this is today we're releasing Llama 2, the next generation of open source language model available for free for research and commercial use. So that's very interesting news. How to use index funds and ETFs for passive crypto income. So index funds and ETFs offer attractive options for passive income investing, providing investors with diversified exposure to crypto assets. So you want to come learn a little bit more about that, come and read them. But the crypto index funds versus crypto ETFs. So these are index funds and crypto ETFs. The trading method, so you can have a little bit of a look at all of this. So basically, you know, crypto index funds are a lot safer than the ETFs, but you can make a lot of money with the ETFs. So key considerations for starting passive income investing. Learn more about the cryptocurrency market index funds, set your risk tolerance, select a trustworthy crypto exchange based on expense ratios, diversity, and past performance. Pick appropriate index funds or ETFs. Execute trades, the selected ETF index or ETFs, and that's pretty much it. Okay, so you can get dividend paying crypto index funds. You can get staking and yield farming, tokenized real estate funds, excuse me, lending and borrowing, rebalancing and your portfolio, utilizing fractional shares and dollar cost averaging, risks associated with crypto index funds and crypto ETFs. So there's plenty stuff to go and learn in this beautiful crypto space. Now, one of the last articles that I'm going to show you, before I show you this article, I want to come have a look at the dollar chart, because the dollar chart actually, as I said to you guys, it was making a little bit of a potential return to hit this resistance level out here, which is where it broke out of. And as you can see right now, it is kind of creating a W pattern. It's trying to break out of the neckline right now. It's already tested it. So once it can break out of that neckline, then the target will be this purple box. And once we reach that purple box, I'm pretty confident that we'll be very overbought, which means that the resistance will be hit, and that will then start to look at considering tracing down. Now, one of the other things that I wanted to go and show you was the total crypto market cap. The total crypto market cap is looking ultra exceptionally and extraordinarily bullish. So let us just pull this up a little bit more, because we need to get a little bit more clarity here. There's where I would put it more or less. Okay, so you can see now that we've hit the bottom. We're hitting a little bit of resistance, so maybe we might pull back down to the 574 billion level, and we could then pull up from there, because Bitcoin dominance itself is pulling back also. And with Bitcoin dominance pulling back, that will give altcoins a chance to breathe and rally. But one of the things is we've been rejected off of that level. We fell down to the support box zone here, and it looks like right now we may want to break further down, but essentially the RSI is a little bit oversold, so we could perhaps make a strong move up, especially because we're right on the just above the support zone here. So maybe we pull down a little bit, but right now we're at a decent enough support level for the Bitcoin dominance to continue its way up. Now, what you've been waiting for is this beautiful chart. Crypto survey finds 47% of investors expect Ether to surpass Bitcoin. I would like to know if you are part of the 47% of investors that do believe that that Ethereum will pass Bitcoin, or if you're part of the 53% of investors that don't believe Ether will pass Bitcoin. Let me know down in the comments below. Now, personally, I'm going to say to you right now, I don't believe that Ethereum will surpass Bitcoin. Okay, I think it's got a very long way to go until it ever could even get close to Bitcoin. And if Bitcoin is growing and adopting with the BRC20, it's like Ethereum back at the early days from an internet Web 3, Web 4 perspective, which means that, yes, I mean, people are expecting Fidelity Digital Assets gave a bullish forecast for ETH in the next 12 months, while a separate survey from CryptoVantage found 47% of investors expect Ether to surpass Bitcoin. Now, I'm in the camp of the 53%. I do not believe that Ethereum will ever flip Bitcoin. I don't think it will ever be a bigger market cap than Bitcoin. I don't think it will ever be price action will ever be more than Bitcoin. I do not believe that for one moment right now. And I've shown you specific videos as to what Ethereum will have to do in order to surpass Bitcoin. Now, I like the data that they're presenting here, but to be very, very honest with you guys, I just need to show you one thing right here. Okay, so what coin has the best chance of surpassing Bitcoin? I agree that the coin that has the best chance of surpassing Bitcoin is Ethereum. And interestingly so, Dogecoin is next on there. None of the above is quite a high number. BNB is low, Solana is low, Cardano is low, and others are low as well. But, okay, the most important thing that I'm seeing from this right now is that if you watched Altcoin Daily's video, and I'm going to take some snippets from the interview with Michael Saylor, but Michael Saylor was pretty much showing us exactly why Bitcoin will be the biggest ever. And essentially, the amount of money that I thought was amongst the elites in the world is way more than I thought. I mean, I thought the total assets in the world was about $450 to $500 trillion, but actually the assets of just the 1%, or even just the 1% of the 1% of the world, is worth $500 trillion. And they are all going to sell off their crappy assets that are non-yielding and are corrosive against inflation, or have negative yields against inflation, and that will then push them into Bitcoin. Now, Michael Saylor reckons that Bitcoin has a price value of $100 million. Guys, I've said that a really decent price at a $50 trillion market cap for Bitcoin would give us a $10 million Bitcoin price. Okay, well, it was actually $12.5 million Bitcoin price at the $50 trillion market cap. So if the $50 trillion market cap can do that, that's 10x that he's talking about, 500 trillion. That's 10x that. That can get us to $100 million Bitcoin if Bitcoin itself is at a $500 trillion market cap. The wealthy are leaving gold. Gold is no longer a standard that can be used to preserve your wealth. So if you're looking at the data and the facts, guys, I personally do not believe that Ethereum will flip Bitcoin. And I'm saying this very gently because I love Ethereum and I love Bitcoin, but Bitcoin will 100% be adopted as international currency, tradable across all platforms without any problems at all. Okay, and if BRC20 is building what Ethereum has already built, make no mistake that that Bitcoin will not have anything surpass it. Bitcoin will remain the king. So all hail the king. Okay, the king is here to stay. It will remain number one. And if you guys enjoyed this content, make sure to trade this with me using my Bitflex link down below, as well as my Bybit link down below. There are some awesome bonus deposit gifts there for you guys if you use my links down below. And of course, thank you for being here with me on this video. I thoroughly enjoyed making this content for you. So make sure to stay tuned to the channel, hit that notification bell for the next video to come. Thanks for being here. Make sure to watch this one because it was even better than this one. We'll see you on the next one.